Investor alert. If you have $10,000 or more, you can now put that money to work for you, all while generating profits on autopilot. This revolutionary automated trading algorithm is available to all savvy investors who want to keep their funds liquid, yet also outpace the most common markets. Currently, the best long-term investment is Bitcoin, and this system can generate Bitcoin profits direct to your crypto wallet at your discretion. Current yearly returns holding Bitcoin are in the 150% plus range. This automated system allows you to diversify your portfolio and reap rewards previously unheard of. You are in full control. You own the trading account. We simply copy our daily profitable trades directly to your account, and you withdraw profits at will. Your funds remain under your control and accessible at any time. You get a free 14-day trial, and that puts you in a zero-risk situation, allowing you to experience the power of this automated trading system in real time before putting your own funds to work for you. Visit fxwithterry.com and plug into full automation today. Also, be sure to inquire about the portfolio manager level if you have 20,000 or more, which can remain liquid and produce daily profits that can be held in Bitcoin. Visit fxwithterry.com and plug into savvy investing today.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from fxwithterry.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, March 25th. Let's dig into the trading. You can see the free signal that I send out on a essentially daily basis. Depends on whether the market moves in the direction we want it to or not. But this is looking good. I believe we entered this yesterday, which was Monday, first day of the week. And this trade, this currency pair, Euro CAD, for example, is very indicative of what's going on with the market right now. It's slow. Do not let that fool you. What was it, 2 weeks ago? We're like, the market's been relatively slow. I'd call it consistently medium for since the beginning of the year. And we thought there were going to be some big moves due to the Trump administration coming in and inauguration and stuff, and there really wasn't. What we did see, and you got to keep this in mind, and this is really for, this is for everybody. It's for people that have went through these scenarios and other people that are like, wow, I'm looking at your trades, Terry. They win every day. Why don't I just bet $1 million? Because what the market does to you is it goes a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit, and it sucks you in. You're like, profit, 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 profit. Man, every trade I'm entering, it closes. Man, we're always in a net profit. And then all of a sudden the market goes, let's go this way, and then it drops through the floor, right? And that, when they dump the money in like that, it's typically always against you. The market makers can see. Look at that, random did not want a call. Random call. That's supposed to be on Do Not Disturb. Let me pause the screen just carefully here and see if I can put this in Do Not Disturb. There we go. All right, we're good. Isn't that funny? I get a phone call right in the middle of going live. Sons of bitches. So, back to what I was showing here. I said one of the things like Forex Profit Facts as a title to this video. We're obviously going to go over the trades. I haven't really looked at anything. I have really felt like it's medium. It's medium volume. right? Medium to low. It's not absolutely low, but anyway, what you have to do is you have to be this. You have to be the person that essentially understands that. I'll give you some actual numbers here. So I know for a fact with my algorithm, and I said this yesterday, and this is not intended to say this is what you should do, but my algorithm, in terms of like security, safety, whether it's going to overtrade or blow out the account, of all 22 currency pairs we trade, my algorithm, I've done all this testing, and it's very general, but stick with me here. My algorithm at a 0.01 lot size, one currency pair on $1,000 survives the entire year. What's interesting about it, and I'm not suggesting you trade one currency pair on $1,000 at a 0.01 lot size. You're not going to earn very much. However, if you look at the numbers, all these numbers are scalable. If you look at the numbers, the average currency pair is doing about 2 to 3% a month at a 0.01 lot size on $1,000. Could be 1.5%, could be 2, could be 3, right? It's low. But here's what's interesting. 1 or 2 months, certainly one, but 1 or 2 months out of the year, you'll look at that exact same bid size currency pair that's been making 2%. I've seen it where it make a 0.5%, then 1.5%, maybe a 3% month, and all of a sudden it'll have a 35-40% month. Like what? That's when you get screwed, because you've been like, well, this thing's doing about 1.5 to 3% a month. So you bid for that then produces a result for you that you're comfortable with. And then all of a sudden, in July, on a Tuesday afternoon, when everybody's out having ice cream, doing their thing, I'm in the pool, probably with a margarita, playing some old-time rock and roll, the market drops through the floor or shoots through the roof. And your bid is shot to hell. You are trading now for those days. Because, I know the answer to this, but just listen to me. You've got to think this way. So you've been trading a currency pair at 0.01 lot size, and I'm not suggesting that's the sweet spot, but I'm making an analogy here. And you're doing 1%, 2%, 3%, 3%, 2%, 3%, 5%. When you make that 40% in July, and I'm randomly pulling this up, kind of what happened last year. Now you can take that 30% and divide it out over the 12 months, average it out, and look back over the 12 months and go, wow, this thing's done really well. Now, it will also do really well, and here's where it will mess you up. You're like, well, couldn't I compound that $1,000 at a 0.01 lot size on a currency pair? Couldn't I compound that month over month and do really well at the end of the year? You could. However, that extra $11,000 that you compound or whatever, right, because you just continue to add it up, or whatever it is. I'm not saying it's going to be $11,000, but that would have earned you, on average, if you look back, let's call it 10% for the year. Whereas if you just kept pulling money out or profits out, even tiny profits, $10, and held it in Bitcoin, you have the potential to get, 100% plus profit in your money by holding it in Bitcoin. Right? So all I'm saying is, as I've said in the group, my goal is to leverage the Forex market at a reasonable account balance, at a conservative lot size, capture those profits and hold them in Bitcoin, because the broker can transfer your withdrawal of Bitcoin from them to your wallet directly, your Bitcoin wallet. That skips you KYCing to buy Bitcoin. It's literally like Bitcoin mining. It's like Bitcoin mining. Now, I will say, though, you know, just to be 100% with you, if you're Bitcoin mining, you most likely will have to KYC with the Bitcoin pool. You most likely have to do that. Whereas it's very possible, not always, but with a broker, when you get that withdrawal of Bitcoin and it comes to your wallet, you may not have to, most likely not have to, KYC that. Know your customer means giving up your ID, your passport, a photo of your face, all this other stuff. So there's some potential anonymity to that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely legal. Well, I guess it is for me in the U.S., but, you know, check your local laws. But it is legal. I mean, we're talking about decentralized finance. So, man, why am I getting fucking blown up on my phone today? Hold on, let me see. This is a brand new phone, and it's always a bitch to silence it. So, all right, let's leave it at that for a second here. You guys could probably hear it going off in the background. No one ever says a damn word to me. I don't get text messages. I mean, I'm literally just doing my own thing in life. I go live, a phone call, 3 text messages. What the? There's like this energy in the world. There's this energy. It's like, have you ever thought of someone and then they call you? I'm telling you, that shit is real. So back to Forex. This is, EuroCAD is very indicative of what the market's doing lately. But don't let it suck you in. And I get a lot of people that are like, are we getting a trade today, Terry? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Do you really think I move the market? They must think I move the market. And of course, the perception of plugging into my automated system just gives people an absolute ignorant, dumb perception that I run the fucking market. I don't run the market. I don't. We trade it. And if we're in EuroCAD for 2 days or 2 goddamn weeks, like that's what the market's delivering us. If we go look at the chart here, I'm almost certain it's going goddamn sideways. Let's go look. I have seen it in a little bit of a profit. Oh, oh, well, look at that. That is some jumbled up, sideways, jacked up movement. Plus, it's a level of manipulation that is insanity. Manipulation meaning they are, right now, you're a fish and the market makers are dropping bait into the water. Oh, there's some. Oh, there's some. Oh, there's some. I'm going to enter. I'm entering. I'm buying and selling. Look at, you can't see it on the chart here, but the wick goes all the way up here, touches up here, wick all the way down here. Like, what the hell is that? That is pure, massive manipulation. Manipulation to the extent where they're not letting it go one way or the other. Liquidity grab up here, all this liquidity grab down here and up top. Just boom, take out stops. Boom, take out stops from the suckers that trade that way. We don't know, but there may be some. There's probably some very popular indicator. Fucking MACD, Ichimoku Cloud, I think that's how you say it. All kinds of other shit that I've just literally erased from my brain. That's probably showing some sort of entry here. So people are buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling, and they see it. They can see your entry and your take profits and your entry and your take profits. They can see that. So they're like, take them out, 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 making some money, making money, making money. Now they're like, okay, tomorrow's Zoom meeting with all of the big banks, they all get together and go, yep, we got enough money to screw them. You guys got enough money to screw them? Yeah, we did some big liquidity grabs last night. Are you guys ready to screw them? Okay, we are going to take EuroCAD and we're going to send it through the goddamn roof today. You guys ready? Yeah, but we're going to do a little bit of a fake out. We're going to send it down here. Okay? We're going to send it down here. And then at 12:01 p.m., everybody dumped their $14 trillion into the market, and we're going through the roof. Yeah, see you guys at the bar tonight. We'll have some beers. And that's what they do. And you're over here, manually trading with some indicator, and then they just give you a good screwing up here. My algorithm can handle this. Absolutely can handle it. Can your account handle it? I know for a fact my algorithm can handle one lot size on $1,000 and survive the entire year. There was one currency pair last year. I said it yesterday. I don't want to bore you guys with it. And it's not a currency pair to avoid because they never repeat it twice in a row. Last July, I believe it was AUD JPY. And they just jacked it. They moved it down. Then they moved it down a little bit. And then it was sideways. We're like, okay, this thing's coming back. And then it moved down harder. And oh, shit, we were sideways. And then all of a sudden they moved it down harder and harder and harder. And most people lost their account. Oops. Right? But they lost their account. And there's something I'm forgetting to tell you here. They lost their account because they were trading for what it's been doing the last 6 months. Be ready for these crazy ass moves. How are you ready for them? You're bringing your bid back. You ready? And you're diversifying. You're not trading everything all on the line. And I'm not saying people don't. I'll tell you something I saw someone yesterday requesting, which is interesting. But let me back up here. And I really want to tell you the big point. The big point is to remember that you are going to get that 1 month and you're trading for that month. Because that ups your return on investment over the year. It's funny. Somebody is messaging me right now and says, you're not replying to my messages, my instant messages. I'm like, I'm live every day. I'm live right now. Imagine how clueless someone is. I post every day in the group, big screenshot of the YouTube thumbnail, going live. I'm live. We're live. You're not responding to me. People are so goddamn dumb. I don't know how people survive. So the big move here is to diversify across currency pairs, potentially across algorithms, and trade conservatively enough so you can handle that 1 month. Here's the data I wanted to give you. I gave this to you yesterday. Listen to me. Last year, when we had AUD JPY, it was like July 11th, I think it was, go ape shit and blow a lot of accounts because people were overbidding for their account. My system survived. Took a hit, but it survived. When I go back and pull up that history data from July on AUD JPY, and I traded on a 0.01 lot size with my algorithm and $1,000, it loses that $1,000. So I was like, okay, that's the only currency pair I've seen that do it to. So let me see what it would take to survive that. So I put in $2,000. And I run the history data at a 0.01 lot size. AUD JPY completely crushed. I think it probably did a 50% return on investment with $2,000. So my system is survivable. Is your account balance big enough to be survivable for your lot size? Now, you might hear me saying, and I'm not. You might hear me saying, because it's all up to you. I'm not going to give you some sort of, 0.01 lot size per 1,000, you'll survive forever. You won't. With my system, you probably will, especially now that we have what's called the auto recovery system in place. And a huge testimonial from Derek today in the group. Please go check that out. Now, what I like about Derek is he is. I'm gonna search for this. Derek is so damn honest. He can't tell a lie. He doesn't even embellish, right? So the testimonial put in there is very, very factual. Very much what he did. I think the best thing to do is to really read into it and understand. It was funny because I think Mark summarized it and said, don't manual trade. There's nothing wrong with manual trading. Why would you need to? The entire system's fully automated. There are ways, no one asks, but there are ways for you to look at the overall algorithm, which we'll look at in a second here, And for you as a subscriber, someone who has access to the full algorithm or all of the trades, for you to go create a quick copy account that will copy something automatically and manage it all for you right inside your account. I'm not saying you should do this, it's quite advanced. But it's you could look and go, hey, AUDJPY, I want to jump into that. I don't think those are good ideas. Even if you're telling the automated system to get in and enter the trade and manage it. Mark says, Derek is the degenerate gambler. Is he? I'm trying to think. There's a few other people that are in the running. Someone yesterday, which I agree with in a sense, someone yesterday was like, hey, I've got a $1,000 account. Can you put the gold scalper on it at a 0.05 lot size? And if you do the math, because you know the gold scalper goes for $10 a day at a 0.01 lot size, that's now $50 a day. $50 a day over 20 trading days is $1,000. So you're taking a $1,000 account and you're asking it to do 100% a month. And I said to the client, the customer, to the subscriber, I said, you're aware of that? And they're like, yep. Nothing ventured, nothing earned. I don't know, something like that. I was like, all right, do it. I also have and will have auto recovery built into gold. It doesn't mean, this person, I get a sense that, and a lot of us do, I was like, well, I got $1,000 to burn. I kind of like that, if I blow a $1,000 account overnight, it doesn't hurt me too much. Some people it does. I mean, some people, all they trade is $1,000. Okay, do it conservatively. Why blow out your account and then just quit? I think this is Brandon. Brandon says, I'm definitely a degenerate gambler. You know what? Admission is the first step to recovery. Admitting, right? I'm a degenerate gambler about half the time of year. I don't know. It's like right now I'm very conservative, pissed off at all the, the broker changes and this and that. Also, I should tell you personally, I'm a little busy this week. And actually hanging out with one of our members this week before we had it because they couldn't make it up to Vegas. So one of the things I'm doing and working on right now is vetting out more brokers and what's possible. And I'll plant this seed. I'm going to keep planting it. I'm going to prepare for this in the background. I believe we're going to move to you own the robot / algorithm. You control it on your Windows server. It's no more cost, really, than what we're doing now, whereas I'm copying. I'd rather have you guys have control of the algorithm, and it's no more different than copying. It's just what happens is if I'm copying from a demo account over to your live account and my throwaway demo account gets shut down, it makes a level of work for me that's stupid. So let's remove that from it and let's get you on your own server. Listen, I'm going to offer it to where you're like, well, I don't want to manage a VPS server. I don't want to learn the technical side of it, install robots and all this other stuff. Well, great. Then I'll just do it for you, and we'll factor that into the cost. But none of this is hard. I mean, with me being an expert at it, man, it's not hard. It won't be hard for you because I'm just going to, walk you through it, click you through it, or do it for you. So don't be afraid of that. If you want to trade Forex, the things that you would learn by running your own virtual private server, it's just Windows. It's just a Windows computer in the cloud. And running the MetaTrader 4 software, which is free, attaching a robot, which is not free but very inexpensive, and a robot itself means nothing unless you have the set file. And I'll give you the set file for that robot. We'll roll on. You'll trade it on your live accounts, and if it doesn't work on your own demo account or your broker expires your demo account, you don't care. We really care when they expire my demo accounts, or like we did the beginning of the week for the demo account wasn't connected for 10 hours, right? No big deal. As soon as it turned on, my system took care of everything, worked out really well. That's what I love about my system. It'll just pick right up where I left off. Had they not gotten that demo account working, for 48 hours, 72 hours, it would have picked right up where we left off, but it might have had to force some losses and stuff. So that's not cool. I don't like that. That's why taking everything on yourself is the key. EuroCAD buy, still the take profit is 1.55263. There is an anomaly in the system today. Luckily, the way my system and algorithm works, anomalies doesn't bother it. Let's go look at the full algorithm, and I'll kind of walk you towards the anomaly that's happened. I know you guys have seen it. If you're trading my system, most likely you've seen the anomaly. If anybody is aware of the tiny little trading anomaly, comment on the video. Let me know. We're going to get to that. Let me open up the full algorithm here. Give me about 30 seconds. Let's see here. 8776. And here we go. I'll share this with you. So we're looking at the full algorithm right now. About a $40 drawdown, about where it's been. Okay. Remember, this is scalable. You can scale up. If you're like, well, that's really low drawdown, well, you can scale up your bid. You could, go to a 0.02 lot size and have an $80 drawdown. I don't suggest you trade the entire algorithm. I think it's just too much for most people. And if you do, you better trade it really, really conservatively, because it'll run you. I believe one of our, I believe it's the one profitable pair feed, oddly jumped into, what did it jump into? I don't even see that open now. I think it's AUD-CAD. See the AUD-CAD at the top here? Let's take profit, okay? What the algorithm did was it jumped into all, like, I think the one profitable pair feed, we'll look at it, jumped into all of these all at once. And it is because, boy, even though I put that on Do Not Disturb, silent, and turn the volume to nothing, it still notifies me of a text. What is going on with my world? Maybe what I'll do, because it's pissing me off, is I'll turn it off. Let's do that. Let's turn it off. Slide to power off. There you go. Keep me from getting more pissed off. So it jumped into all of these. It's a little bit of an anomaly. It's because I was telling the system to grab certain trades. In this case, it saw AUD-CAD going into this basket of trades and not increasing the lot size. So it was like, okay, I'll take all of those, because otherwise, if it increased the lot size, it might have only jumped into the last one here. Just a little, that's a little bit of a weird movement for it to go, 5 deep and still not increase the lot size. Is just what that says. When you see that, there's just no volume in the market. There's just no volume in the market right now. Let's go look at AUD-CAD on the chart. That's the hour. Yeah, I mean, you might not call it sideways. Maybe when you, that's pretty sideways on the 4 hour. We're in this little range here. See, we got a push down, nice push down, but we're just in a range here. It ain't going nowhere. And our TP on the 4 hour here is right here. So we'll go look at that. It's not an anomaly, jumping into all 5 trades at once. It's really not a big deal. We're already in a free trade, so I don't need to launch one today. So you kind of get to see, what are we in, about 12.25 trades. Closure overnight is actually pretty decent, $22.07. And again, don't look at this and go, I'm not going to trade with this guy. His auto system only made $22. No, this is a la carte and scalable. You can choose different currency pairs. And I already have that custom built into the system where you could, choose different feeds that are limited, where it trades one currency pair or 3 or 4 at a time. Fully scalable. So a 2x multiply factor would be a $44 profit, right? A 10x would be $440, let's say. Or I'm sorry, 10x would be $220. So it's scalable. Can your account handle it? Can your emotions handle it? Can your technical side handle it? Or do you just need to let it run and look back, quit trying to get rich on a daily basis. The moment you try to get rich on a daily basis, maybe even a weekly basis with Forex, you will get hammered, because they will take a pair. They're in Zoom meetings right now across the world. London, New York. They are meeting the Asia session. They're like, when are you guys ready to dump trillions into the market here and take all these people's money? Whereas if you trade conservatively, that one pair on that one day of the year that you're now bidding conservatively on gives you a nice return on investment and jacks up your average return on investment for the entire year. I mean, do the math there. Make 3% a month for 11 months, and then make 40% for the 12th month, and then divide that all out. You've actually done a lot more than 3%. I could do the math. I'm not going to do that right now. You can do that. It looks to me like, well, actually, this is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting news. Was it last Monday? It was that we jumped into recovery on USD CAD. It has fully recovered. I need to go look at that. So, my recovery system works. USD CAD, we held it for a week, it looks like, and got some price action and got out of it. So, if we look over here, I bet you we see some USD CADs, because, yeah, there they are. And, yep, it says recovery average there. So, wow, awesome. That's cool. I better look back here, because this is pretty wild. Pretty good example. If we go to the history, it was CAD JPY. Let's see how far this went. I was not able to put this into a recovery. Okay. And this has made me realize that I need to kind of like give it some time. CAD, I'm pretty sure it was CAD JPY. Let's look here. It was CAD JP or Chief. It might have been Chief JPY. Let's see how many of those we were in. Chief JPY. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that wasn't it. Must have been CAD JPY, but I don't see those here. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right. Yep, I'm looking at the right one. Was it CAD JPY? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was. One of the CADs went 10 deep yesterday, and I was like, I know I've told everybody I'm going to put the recovery algorithm in it, but I don't believe it was copying into the side tangent feeds. It wasn't copying to my 10 pip hybrid feed. It wasn't copying to my OPP feed. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to put it into recovery per se, but I definitely will be doing that. Couple cool comments here. Matt says, I'm up over 200% over a year. Well, you know what? I would tell you that Matt is the one person I know of that trades this conservatively, consistently. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. I mean, 200%. Up over 200% for the year. For the year, I'm assuming you mean since the beginning. So, not quite 90 days into the year. That is awesome. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you're trading the 10 pip hybrid at a conservative lot size. That is just awesome. That warms my cockles. That puts warmth in my cockles. That warms my heart. Let's see. So that's what's going on with this. Looking good history-wise. Some decent closure. For a 0.01 lot size on the full algorithm, a $22... Like, here's what's funny. You'll look at this and you'll go, okay, the full algorithm, I get a lot of trades, get a lot of activity, just made $22 in 24 hours, roughly, and it's only a $40 drawdown. I'll run that on my $1,000 account. You absolutely can. But it's that one day in July when a currency pair decides to go through the floor and then through the earth, out the other side, and then to the moon. That way. My recovery system will protect 98% of you. It's that 2% that we're like, I'm a degenerate gambler, and there are scenarios where you've either bid so much and you're so deep and it's so far against you that the recovery system can't recover, or if it does recover, it could take 2 months. So now you're sitting on that money. It's certainly better than losing. I'll guarantee you that. I'll guarantee you that. So this certainly is great for newbies, beginners, people that are hands-off. I get it. I mean, I market it that way. You probably should learn a little bit about what's going on, right? So let's think. I'm going to jump over to that OPP feed, the one profitable pair feed. So give me a second here. Look at the account number. 8797. Pull this up for you. Here it is. So this is an example of the algorithm right here jumping into AUD CAD because it felt like there just wasn't enough volume to work. Like it wasn't at a 0.05 lot size or something down here. It's like, okay, and it jumped into the entire thing all at once. Not common, kind of a, you know, perfect storm scenario, but this is going to be a great trade. Don't panic on this. I mean, you're basically you're in AUD CAD buy at a 0.05 lot size. Okay. Right? If you do 10 times like that, you do 10 times that, then you're in it at a 0.50 lot size. Still, you know, I mean, if that's what you're bidding for your account, that's what you're bidding. You still have to be able to handle, even if each one of these trades went in at different price levels and was scaling in, you're actually more profitable now because you jumped in right at the top. So I want you to kind of see this. If you trade in my system, I want you to start having an idea here. Wait, could I do that all the time on these currency pairs? You can. How do you do it? I don't know. Maybe somebody should ask. I had asked Matt. I thought it was for the 90 days of the year. Matt says for the last 12 months. Awesome. 200% for the last 12 months? I don't know. Will you take that? I ain't guaranteeing you nothing. But I know that that person is trading conservatively and trading one of my subset feeds. I believe it's 10 pip hybrid. So it's kind of funny. I mentioned something about the gold scalper doing really well. In fact, we'll go look at that now. And how many messages did I get yesterday of people going, can you hook up the gold on my account? Can you put the gold on my account? Everybody thinks I don't have no magic. I don't have no magic fucking idea of what's really going to work. I'm just telling you what's working now. And when it's not working now, we put recovery on it. If and when you get to the point where you have your own virtual private server, you know, for $20 a month, and your system is trading in the cloud, and you're running the robot yourself with my set files, nothing really changes. It's the exact same concept. Having more control is better. Wouldn't you like the ability to potentially put the auto recovery system on your own account and run it at your own fruition? I think you probably would. All right, so I need to pull up gold. So give me a second here. I'm going to pull up gold out to client 6130. Oh, that just freaked out. Let's see. 61, here it is. I will share this with you. We're not in any gold trades right now. I have not looked at this, so I hope it doesn't embarrass me. Why is it lagging so bad? There you go. So we're not in any gold trades. Look at that. Closed $11.20. Tell it to trade, make $10 and get out. And that is scalable. So 2 times 11, you can make $22. And what's interesting is on a $1,000 account, bidding a 5x multiplier, which is probably gambling insanity, but a $1,000 account, 5x multiplier at a max, you know, it starts at a 0.05 lot size and then scales up from there. That's potentially 100% return on investment in a month, 20 trading days. 50 bucks a day times 20 is $1,000. So it's high risk. Will I be putting my auto recovery on gold if we need to? Absolutely, I will. But really only when it's ran and bled accounts pretty hard will we get out of the gold algorithm and put the recovery algorithm on it. And if your small account is bidding a lot, it probably takes it to the brink of failure a lot quicker, maybe quicker than I would be putting the recovery on it. I don't know. But if you had the recovery system yourself, in my future plan with Forex trading here, which we're going to turn it into a robot trading community, that's really what we're doing. I'm just copying a few robots over to your system. I'd like to give you the ability to see me trade dozens of robots, and at any given time in a portfolio of trading, because that's the idea here, have a portfolio of trading, is to, even if you only have one account, you could jump from algorithm to algorithm over the year if you wanted to. But I'd like to say, hey, look at this algorithm right now in this current market, killing it. How do I know that? I look at my portfolio, sort the data, and go, this one's doing really well in these market conditions. And everyone will flock over to it. It's robot number 9 in the system, let's say, and here's my custom set file. Click, click. You're up and running. Simple. Or you say, hey, Terry, will you implement robot 12 on my system? Got it. Click, click. There you go. You're in it, right? And it'd be cool for you guys to have the ability to go, I don't like what's happening in my account right now. I think this thing's going too far for me, because everybody's different. And so they can drop the recovery algorithm on top of that particular account. It automatically removes the bot that's running, takes over, and potentially, very high potential, recovers the account, takes you back, gets you out at break even, and moves on. So gold looking really awesome. That means 12 more people are going to jump into my gold algorithm today. Stand by. I don't know if there's anything else I want to jump into and look at. I don't believe we have any. We had a little bit of an anomaly in the 10 pip hybrid feed this morning, which was trading, I think, at NZD, USD, and GBP JPY. The algorithm didn't like what the hell was going on. I think it was NZD JPY, and it just got out at like $1 loss. It was like, nope, don't like it. So it will pick up another trade, and it will recover that. It will take care of that itself. Just weird movement on that pair, odd volume, and it's like, okay, I really don't want to be in this trade right now. Looking at my account list, one thing I haven't looked at. Let's look at this. This is going to be an issue for some people. 876. Stand by. Pull up this last account. I'm looking at the wrong one here. Hold on. I have so many accounts, I can't keep track of all this. Here it is. 651876. All right. Got it. Let me show you this. In fact, I'm glad we're here. So this is the Stable Profits feed. I'm actually running this on a Midas FX broker account. It is in profit right now. We really should get out. Because the feed that's you know what, let me think about this for a second. I'm having an idea. Let me put you back on pause and let me look at something. Yeah, because this is currently on the Eagle. Like, Eagle FX is going away in like 3 days. You know what? Should I manually get everybody out? I'd rather manually get everybody out. We really need to be out of this trade. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, anybody? Is it going to piss you off if I manually get out? I really think I should. Let's take a moment here to get the hell out of that trade. So stand by. Hopefully this doesn't piss anybody off, but we need to get out of this. So I'm off screen here. I'm up on my server. So give me a minute I am going to close these trades out at a slight profit. So let me take, just bear with me here. It's a good opportunity for us to get the hell out of this. All right, there's that. I'm going to remove the robot from the system. That way it doesn't enter any more trades. The transmitter's still on. I'm going to slowly close these in profit. And if you're watching on, you know what I can do? If you're watching on screen, let's do this. Stand by, I got to do this quickly. If you're watching on screen, I'm going to close these. I'm going to close this in profit. Yeah, it's not going to show you that, is it? Okay, come back here. I'm going to have to go to the pause. I'm going to close these in profit, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're out of that. Let me confirm that it was closed in the copy account. Yes, it was. All right, good. So this is some good news. And I'll tell you what we're doing here. So as you can see, I closed these in profit. So profit for the day, $6 on that. And this is a feed, so it's scalable. Most people are trading this at a higher than 0.01 lot size. So the reason I got out of this is we were running this. This was copying over to people's accounts from Eagle FX. Eagle FX goes away in 2 days. So I'm glad we got out a little bit of profit. Probably not as much profit as anybody wanted. And really depends on what you were bidding. You probably did pretty good with this. But I wanted to get out of it because we need to move to a new broker. I will put this on probably going to go put this on like Midas FX broker or something like that. That doesn't matter to you. I send it out to you at copies to any broker you have. But in the future, let me give you an example. This stable profits feed is a robot. It's a commercially available robot that anybody can buy. But I trade this particular currency pair, Euro GBP, which is pretty much the lowest volatility pair in the world, and it has a very consistent mean reversion, meaning the price moves away from the mean average and then comes back to it, up or down. And it's run with a very simple, kind of a cool indicator that you get with the bot. I think they sell the bot for, I don't know, $300, $400, $500, right? I can get you this bot for probably about $50. I can install it on your server and you can run this thing. What's cool about it is you can run any currency pair you want on this. And it will trade every currency pair in the world, type of thing. So nothing happens. Nothing happens. You will run your account into the ground if you don't have my set file. I'm not saying it's magic. It's pretty much magic. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours and days and weeks testing this on historical data, figuring out what the hell was good for this particular currency pair. And it works great. Over the year, you'll have a really great success. But to be able to run this yourself is cool, right? It's cool. I don't mind telling you the name of the robot, because it doesn't do anything for you if you're not following along with me, if you're not in the group, you don't have my set file. And also, you can run off and trade this yourself. You don't have to follow me, but things change. And all of a sudden we start trading a different currency pair, or I update the set file, or I come out with a really cool set file that only works on gold, because that's pretty much how it would work. So am I working on that stuff in the background? Absolutely. When I come up with a stable profits feed gold set file, you'd be able to trade that. If you run away and don't pay no attention to me and I got Terry's magic set file, things change. Market changes. Sometimes we're like, this is not doing very good in our portfolio. Let's get out. Let's put the recovery algorithm on this. Let's get out. Guess what I do? I monitor, if you're not trading an algorithm, I monitor all of these algorithms in my own robot trading portfolio. And at any given time, when you look at all the different robots in a spreadsheet, and I actually have an automated spreadsheet that tracks everything, stuff floats to the top. And I take a look at it and go, oh, that's looking pretty good. Or one that was at the top is starting to move towards the bottom. Price action, not very good on this algorithm, on this currency pair with these settings. Let's go ahead and get out of it. Let's recover out of a trade we're in. Stop trading it. I'll let you guys know when to trade it again. I'll let you know when I have an updated set file. So it's just kind of like sticking and moving and being flexible inside of the market. It's the best way to trade. It's robot trading you're in control of. It's portfolio trading that you're in control of. Robots you're in control of. And robots, algorithms, concepts, set files don't always work every time. I should say consistently forever. They change, right? They change. And by moving to a robot trading system where you're running the robot on your server, your account, through my expertise, it's really no harder than what we're doing now with copying. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. So copy trading is confusing and the settings are confusing. And the same with robot trading. It's just that I would like to see you guys take it in-house and continue to do what you're doing, or greatly expand, because there's a lot of great algorithms out there I can't even begin to introduce to you through a copy trade feed. It would cost me so much money to run 20, 30 different robots, which I could right now, through a copy trade feed. It wouldn't be feasible. I'd be spending thousands of dollars a month. I'd be losing thousands of dollars a month just because I have to have that technology through a copy system. Whereas if you run that on your own server, there's no additional cost at all. Just, run as much as you want that's feasible for your balances and what you can manage or you want to manage. You can absolutely do Forex as a full-time job. Absolutely. But it becomes a full-time job if you want to run 20 different algorithms on a couple $1,000 account each. Totally possible. But it doesn't have to be done that way. You can run one algorithm on one account, another algorithm on another account, and you have recovery at your beck and call. It's literally just, I know you probably haven't done this before, but if you have MetaTrader 4 open on a desktop and you want to recover some EA, some robot, some system, you're like, you know what, it's went too far, I bid too much, I want out. You literally grab with your mouse the recovery system and you drag it over and you drop it on the chart, hit OK, and it takes over. It removes the old robot, starts taking over your trades. It's absolutely amazing to be able to do that. The amount of flexibility is incredible. I think that is the accounts I wanted to look at. We're not looking at any test accounts right now. I'm going to set some of those up at the end of the week here. We'll get back into testing all kinds of different stuff next week. I know we all were excited about the US 30 stuff, things like that. So I believe that is all I wanted to show you. I said what I wanted to say about profits, the facts about Forex profits. That was my concept where I talked about, 0.01 lot size on a $1,000 account. That's facts. My algorithm will withstand that, and most will. What's cool about being able to take trading on to your own server and watch it, obviously we're still monitoring with a mobile device. So nothing changes. You don't have to log in to your Windows server in the cloud if that's the direction we go to monitor your trades. No, you just hook it up to your phone and you're still monitoring everything that's happening automatically in the cloud. Literally no different than us copy trading, but more control, and certainly you'll learn some more. You don't have to, but you'll learn some more and you become dangerous. Do you know how many automated robots are out there in the world? Thousands and thousands and thousands. You know how many free ones are out there on the MQL5 marketplace? A lot of them. They don't really do much if you're not a robot expert such as myself and you don't have the set file. But man, wouldn't it be cool for people to say, hey Terry, it's a pretty cool robot, I tested it out a little bit, what do you think? I can go run it, create an awesome set file and go, here you go, excellent choice. Or man, I couldn't make that thing work over the long term, so probably not something I would use. Those kind of conversations, I don't know, I'm into that stuff. If you are, that certainly is coming in the near future. I have a seed to plant here. I am working in the background over the next few weeks to create all of the the short little AI training videos that we would need to transition either from a current subscriber over to you trading on your own server with the robots I recommend, and or a week or two away from being ready to pull the trigger and transition this entire business model over to exactly what we're doing, but now you own the algorithm and you're using my custom set files, you're running it. I think it'll be more exciting for most people, just to be able to see some of this stuff work and learn it, because it is so cool. So cool to see brand new robots run and trade accounts in certain market conditions. It's exciting stuff. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. I'm going to send you away with this. Recommend your friends, send your neighbors, bring your family. This should be growing really, really extensively because, man, we got it down pat. And this future evolution that we're moving towards is going to blow the system up in a very positive way. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, March 26th. Be here, be there, or be square. I'll see you in the group.
Smart investors are flocking to the FX with Terry automated trading system. This is 100% fully automated Forex trading. This intelligent AI trading algorithm works for you 24 hours per day. Daily live results and nothing but net profit. No other system comes close to the automated profit potential of this system. Start trading for free today with 100% help and support by visiting fxwithterry.com and plug into the profit-making potential. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Join the top 10% of traders that are winning every day through automation. fxwithterry.com is your path to Forex trading success.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.